Hello everyone, welcome to William and the Magic Box. Today on our show, we are going to have Tate. Tate is from Kentucky in the USA. Tate is very popular on TikTok and also on social medias as Instagram and also Facebook. So, let's enjoy the interview.
Hey, I wore the cowboy hat in your honor.
Should I put mine as well?
Why not? I'm a
Let
big
me
fan.
take mine as you, why not?
Hey, that's right. Perfect. Okay, that's good. That's good.
Right, Tate, so how are you today?
I'm doing very good. How are you doing?
I'm very good, thank you very much. Thank you, thanks for taking the time to do this interview with me. Thank you very much.
It's my pleasure. My pleasure. Absolutely.
Just before we start the game, just tell me, where are you from?
So I'm from Kentucky. I was born and raised here. I made a video once upon a time talking about how I was raised like down in the holler, and it is very much so. Born in the sticks and everything, and just been here my whole life.
Very good. And what do you do for a living?
So I work as a call center supervisor. So basically, I have like a bunch of agents that look at me for direction and almost every day, and so I feel like it's like a good balance with social media and my full-time job. It's really fun.
Very good. And what do you like the most about your career, your job?
Honestly, I think my favorite part of it, and it's reflected both in social media as well as my full-time job, which is being able to be like a source of information for people, or like a source of like guidance for people. I think on social media, I have the ability to kind of guide people into what I think is like a positive outlook and things like that. And then in my full-time job, if something goes left or my agents are having a bad day, or they're having issues that they need to kind of talk through, just being there for them and being able to like talk to them about that it really is important to me. So it's like, I think that's the most rewarding part of both jobs, the social media and the full-time job.
Very good, very good. Okay, Tate, so welcome to William and the Magic Box. So I've got here lovely box full of random fun questions, okay? So
Okay.
I'm just gonna play some music now just for us to get a bit in the mood before the first question. Ready?
That sounds good. Absolutely.
Let's do it. Right, ready for the first question?
Absolutely.
Let's do it. So the first question is, where is the most exotic place have you ever been?
Oh, good question. I think being born and raised in a small town, anything with skyscrapers is like out of this world to me. It looks like a totally different planet. And I would say probably going to near Kentucky, Ohio, Cincinnati, Ohio, and you like go over this ridge, and then there's this point where you get right at the top and you just look and you see all these like huge buildings, and they're just so tall. And that to me is the most exotic thing, just seeing like all of the big skyscrapers. So anywhere that there's skyscrapers, that's definitely it for me.
Very good, very good. Do you have brother and sister as well?
I do. I have one brother. He actually just moved to Texas. And so literally just like this yesterday, he packed his stuff and went to Texas yesterday. And then I have an older sister as well. And yeah, both my siblings were all, close enough that we hate each other.
It's just part of the journey. You love and hate at the same time, you know what I mean? They're all together at the same level.
Absolutely.
Another question for you. Let's do it. Right, let's get another question for you, Tate. What was the biggest punishment have you ever received?
Oh, that's a toughie. So I would say the biggest punishment, and I think this one sticks out to me the most, without getting too heavy, whenever my mom found out that I was gay, from my high school counselor called her and told her that. When I got home, she took me to our preacher to get an exorcism. And that was the biggest punishment I think that I've ever kind of gotten, which my mom and I, we've worked past it, and now we can look back on it and kind of laugh at the situation. But that was definitely very emotionally scarring. I think that was a big, a big punishment.
So tell me a little bit about, you came out to your family being gay, but do you think they knew it somehow, they're expecting it? Tell me a little bit about it.
Yeah, so I think my mom always kind of knew growing up. I mean, I was a pretty flamboyant kid, and you know, I was just doing my thing and having fun. And right into high school, my high school counselor, I came out to my high school counselor first, and I specifically had asked them, like, hey, you know, don't tell my mom because she's very religious and it's going to be bad. The first thing that happened when I got home from school that day is my mom was so mad, and it was bad. But I do think she always kind of knew. I just think that she never really wanted to accept it. So once she knew and when she was able to accept it, from there we've just built a really strong relationship. And really, my mom is the only family member that I think I've consistently had that bond with, that coming out experience bond with. Everyone else just kind of like take it or leave it. You know what I mean?
I see, absolutely. But nowadays she's very supportive regarding that.
Yes, she does. She's a tater skin. she is a tater skin. She loves the platform and she loves what I'm doing. Absolutely.
Very good. Another question for you. Let's do it.
Absolutely.
Okay, Tate, just before the next question, tell me a little bit about your YouTube channel.
Yeah, absolutely. So the YouTube channel, it is currently in my opinion, like a work in progress. The YouTube channel is the one thing that I am like, I want to conceptualize it. I want to get it right before I go, you know, all out for it. I have so many ideas. I'm a big fan of mukbangs. Do you know what that is?
Yes.
I love a good mukbang. So I want to do maybe a little bit of that. I want to do a little bit of a story time situation. I want to do gaming videos. There's all kinds of ideas, not a lot of time. So I'm trying to find that balance. And once I do, I really plan on doing all kinds of really fun stuff on there, and just using it as a way to kind of express a little bit more deeply what I don't get to express on TikTok. So I want it to be sort of like an outlet beyond just the 60-second video, for sure.
Cool, very good. Next question for you is, tell us about your earliest memory in life.
Earliest memory in life. I got a good one for this one. So I actually asked my mom about this like all the time because it still baffles me to this day. Whenever I was a toddler, I mean, we're talking like 2, 3, 4. I remember actually being at my babysitter's house, which, you know, was a house and a bunch of kids in it and everything. And I remember being in the kitchen and all the other little toddlers around me and just like talking to them as a toddler. But I mean, it's like that vague memory, but I described the kitchen and the house to my mom, and she's like, yeah, that's the house that you were at whenever you were. So that to me, it still baffles me that I have that memory, that like deep memory of when I was a toddler. But yeah, that earliest one for sure.
Very good, very good. Another question for you, Tate.
Absolutely.
Let's do it. Right, Tate, next question for you.
Absolutely.
What's the worst advice have you ever given?
Oh, the worst advice I've ever given. So I actually struggled with an eating disorder a while back, about 6-7 years ago, and I remember I had a friend who was actively trying to lose weight, and I was giving them advice in the same way that I was using, you know, my eating disorder. And to this day, I'm like thinking back on that and just how probably impactful that was on them, and how much, if I could go back and take that advice away from them, you know, I was young and didn't know better, but if I could go back and not give them that advice, I would do it in a heartbeat. I regret that to this day. Yeah.
But I think it shouldn't be so hard on you because it came from a good place. You know what I mean? You're just trying to help.
Yeah, it did. It came from a place of what I was doing and what it was working for me. And I say working loosely. And so I did it with not bad intentions. But I would say that is the worst advice I have ever given and will ever give, hopefully for the rest of my life.
Very good. Good one. Are you enjoying the show so far?
I love it. I absolutely adore it. And your energy and just your smile and everything about this is just amazing. So I'm
back to you a lot. I love your energy as well. Very good. Another one. Okay, Tate, tell me a little bit. So what's the best part of living in Kentucky and the most challenging part in your opinion?
Absolutely. The best part about living in Kentucky is definitely the wildlife and like the nature scene. Being able to like roll up out of my house on Saturday afternoon after I get out of work today, being able to go out and just go hiking or fishing or whatever I want to do outdoors, I can do that. However, with that being said, we are very rural here, so we don't have a lot of food options, and I'm a big foodie. We don't have a lot of like business options. We don't have a lot of like diversity and things like that. So I would say outdoors, nature scene, Kentucky is awesome. Little lacking the culture. We need a little bit more culture here in Kentucky. That's my one thing. I want to amp it up a little bit, amp up the culture.
All right, well said. Right, next question for you is, what's the best and the worst of being yourself?
Oh, this is a good one. I would say the best part of being myself is honestly, it's the journey of being this person that I'm finding that I am every day. I mean, I'm literally learning new things about myself every day that goes by. And I think that being on that journey and being comfortable enough with my mind and myself to kind of do that is a great thing. I would say the worst part about being in my skin is definitely being a Capricorn because I work like a dog all day long. I feel like all I do is work, clock into work one here, and then like I go to the next job, and then I just do the next task, and I feel like I never stop. So sometimes being a Capricorn, I'm like, oh, come on now, let's stop.
Are you in December or January, Capricorn?
January 17th.
My sister is Capricorn as well. She's 22nd of December.
Is she a workaholic?
She's a lot. Yes, a lot. She works hard. Yes.
God.
Right, another question.
Absolutely.
Right, Tate, just tell me something. Just what's the most challenging part, in your opinion, of being exposed to, you know what I mean, your work you do as on the social media?
Yeah, I think honestly, the hardest part about it is sort of that feeling of climbing to the next step, of always trying to like one up yourself in your last video or one up your last post. Because the expectation is always on the up. You know, it's you never hit a peak and then people are like, oh, let's watch him go down. They want to see you go up and up and up and up. And I would say that pressure that I put on myself, and I'm sure other creators do as well, is honestly, that is a hard thing to kind of get over and just accept that not every video is going to be, you know, a 2 million like video, or not every video is going to be you know, a hit and that kind of thing. So that's really the most challenging part for me at the moment.
Next question for you is, what's the best first date you ever been on?
Oh,
if you can share.
That's a good one. You know, I would say the best first date that I've ever been on. I would say best first date was my previous relationship, which was my longest relationship. And the first date, we basically got pizza, watched some TV, hung out. And to me, that's like the most, in my opinion, that's the most real kind of date, because there's no expectations. There's no standards that you have to meet. It's just you and another person, and you're hanging out and you're watching a little TV, and there's no pressure. You know what I mean? I like that. I like not being under pressure.
Very good. Ready for another one?
Absolutely.
Let's do it. Next question for Tate.
Yes.
Next question is, what has been the lowest point of your life?
Yeah, that's a good one. I would say the lowest point of my life, I would say would probably be the ending of that last relationship, the closure of that. And now I think I'm at a good place mentally, and I've kind of like gotten over the hurdle of it. But I would say going through the separation process there was for sure the hardest thing, like that it's almost like mourning, you know, yeah, that was probably it. And I'm good now. We're on the up and up. We're on the up and up.
And what's the biggest lesson you learned from this period, in your opinion, this sad moment in your life when you look back?
Oh, that is a good one. That is a good question. I would say the biggest lesson that I've been able to learn from that is not to be too cliche, but just to do what makes you happy all the time. You know, I think that we become obsessed with feeling an emotion quickly and having that immediate validation on it. And so I would find myself putting on sad songs or doing things that I know are specifically gonna, make me cry. And I think what I've learned is instead of doing those things, I'm gonna actively seek out happy things that bring me joy, things that spark happiness for me. And moving forward, when I get low or when I get sad, I think that I will always carry that with me and just reminding myself to, do things that make me smile.
And at the end of the day, it's all part of the journey as well. I think everything counts. Everything counts to build the person as we are right now. So yeah, grateful for both. Yeah, always. Next one, let's do this. Okay, Tate, next question for you is, who are you most thankful for and why?
I would say most thankful for, I would have to go with I would have to probably go with my mom. I think over the years, I know that she's the type of person that would do anything that I needed or to go out of her way for me all the time. And I don't know, even through the downs with her, I don't know that I would be the same person that I am had she not been the person that she is, with the faults and everything, included in that. So
she'll be very happy to hear that during the interview, that's for sure.
I'm gonna show her this when it's up. I'm gonna show her out this interview. She's gonna love it.
Next one. For the next question, tell me a little bit about what's your inspiration for your videos online, social media?
Absolutely. So I think I've kind of gotten this good groove down of, I am a very uplifting person in real life. I do try to always bring joy to the table and bring happiness and spread positivity. And I'm also very funny, and I will self-admittedly say this, I have a good sense of humor about me. So I think the inspiration comes in when I can find the good balance between that, between having a very positive, uplifting message, and also maybe cracking a couple jokes in there. So anytime I see someone who is down or struggling or trying to overcome something, the first thing in my brain is okay, what can I say to this person that I would say to them in real life that will bring them up or that will help them out? And then I start thinking about all the jokes that I would make as well. And I put that in a format of a video, and I put it on the internet, and people sometimes like it.
There'll be more that I think people like a lot, that's for sure.
Oh, goodness.
Next question is, if you could meet yourself when you were 15 years old again, what advice would you give to yourself at the time?
Oh my gosh, that's a good one. That is such a good one. I would say 15-year-old me, you are going to be okay. I know that you feel like you aren't, but everything that you've ever wanted and everything that you've ever wanted to be is going to come to fruition, and you will be so proud of yourself in the next 10 years. So don't let yourself get down, and just be happy and just be authentic, and stop forcing yourself into these tropes of a person. That would be my number one advice to 15-year-old me.
Very good. Next question, Tate. Right. Next question for you is, that's gonna be a tough one, I think.
Okay.
Okay, let's say someone come up to you say, okay, you need to remove forever for your phone social media as Instagram, Facebook/Instagram or YouTube. Which one would be forever?
That's a hard one. That's a hard one. I think if realistically, I would say Facebook and Instagram, I would have to go because I watch so much YouTube. It's like the thing that just, I've always watched a lot of videos, and it kind of like is a perfect way for me to zone out. And Facebook, I mean, I can take it or leave it at this point. But Instagram, that'd be hard. I would, I don't know what I'd do without my little Instagram stories.
How about TikTok? I think you use TikTok the most as the social media or not?
I do. I use TikTok definitely the most. That one probably I should stop using so much because I put way too much time in that thing. But it's for good purposes. I say it's for work purposes because I'm always looking for new ideas.
Absolutely. Okay, Tate, I have 3 questions left for you, okay?
Yeah.
Let's do it. Very good. Next question for you is, what is the weirdest food combination you ever tried?
The weirdest one, hands down, and I don't know if anyone else knows about this, but I'm going to put y'all onto something, and this is the best food combination to ever exist. Next time you make a bowl of chili, take you a big spoonful of peanut butter and throw it in there. A big spoonful of peanut butter. And now hear me out. It's like having that salty and sweet, and it's a little nutty, and you got that creaminess of the peanut butter and the chili. I'm telling you, if you're a fan of peanut butter and you like chili as it is, try out peanut butter and chili. It is going to blow you away. It's so good.
Whew. Never thought of that, actually. Never thought.
It's so good. It's good.
Oh my goodness. Right, 2 questions left. Before the next question, tell me, in your opinion, if you could pick your best video you ever post online on social media, which one would be and why?
So I think this is probably the expected answer, but I'm going to use it anyways, and that is the big viral the maid dress video, the cowboy to maid dress video. That one will always have a special place in my heart because it is really what has launched my ability to connect to such a vast audience. And then the funniest thing about that video is the day after I posted that one, I had posted a follow-up video, and that video has almost even more significance to me because I think most people saw the maid video on surface level and they were like, oh, this is like funny or cute or whatever. But I think what really connected to people was the video that I made the day after, where I explained why I made it, and that I don't have to explain anything about it because it's just a fun video that I made. And I think people really related to that. And I will always credit that second video for being the real MVP of the two, because that one really is the one that I think really brought people in.
Very good. Good one. Right. What is your all-time favorite band and why?
Oh, all-time favorite band? Oh, I would say probably Fall Out Boy. If I have to go for the band, I would say Fall Out Boy, and it's only because that was really the first, I would say the first experience into real music that I actually got into. I remember being on the bus with my best friend, like in kindergarten, like first grade, and we would pop in like a headphone from our iPods and listen to Fall Out Boy songs. And it was just, I remember that being like the fundamental core of my music, my love for music. So I always say Fall Out Boy is like my OG band.
Good one. Ready for the last question?
Absolutely.
Let's do it. Okay, Tate, let's get the last question for you.
Absolutely.
Right. Who has been the most influential person in your life and why?
This is a hard one. There's so many people that come to mind, and I'm going to answer this question in a way that may be unexpected. I am a watcher. I watch a lot of people. I watch a lot of behaviors. I watch body language and ideas, and I wish I could say that there was a singular person that has inspired me to be the exact person that I am today. But realistically, I have such a huge collection of admiration and just watching different YouTubers over the years, watching different TikTokers, watching my friends, watching my family, watching my coworkers and my bosses and people who are working underneath me, and seeing how they do things and how they approach situations and how they say things, I think has ultimately accumulated into my current mentality, into the way that I look, the way that I dress, the way that I act, the way that I speak, and all of that above. I think, it's everyone. I know that's a cliche answer, but it's honestly my biggest inspiration is literally every person, because it gives me perspective on everything,
Agree. I think most like so many people cross our lives, and they'll always leave a positive side and a lesson as well. And I think in the end, they're all inspirational in the end of the day. So I understand what I mean. Right, Tate, let's play now the quick thinking game, okay? I'm going to give away some words, and you just tell me one word that comes to your mind related to this one.
Hey, I'll try my best. All right.
Right, let's start with life.
Death.
That's okay. How about love?
Kindness.
Money?
Power.
Family?
Gone. Oh my God.
Sex?
Dollars.
Right. Politics?
Corrupt.
Fear?
None.
Religion?
None. Okay. Nope.
Friendship?
Kindness.
Desire?
Sex. Ooh.
Regrets?
Full.
Success?
Money.
Happiness?
Wellness.
Wish?
Star.
And if I say social media, one word.
Life. Oh, that is true. Very true.
And the last one now, Kentucky.
Home.
Right, great. Right, let's pretend now I'm going to meet your best friends. Yeah,
Okay.
and I'm going to ask your best friends. Tell me the most beautiful thing about Tate, and tell me something that he needs to improve on. What do you think your best friend will tell me?
My best friend Matt lives in Canada. He would say the best thing about me is my growth. I would say he's seen me grow from one person to another, and I think he sees me just continuously going up. And I think if he could give me one thing that I would need to improve on is loving myself a little bit more, and not to be so hard on myself all the time, and the way that I look at myself and my behaviors and everything. I think he always encourages me to try and be a little kinder to myself.
And if I would ask the same question to your mom, what should say?
Oh, she'd say everything. She'd say the best thing about Tate is everything. I think if she had to give me one thing that I could work on, it would probably also be loving myself and being a little bit more kind to myself, because she's always such a cheerleader for me, that she's always telling me to stop being so hard and that kind of thing on myself.
Great. You're saying that your best friend lives in Canada. Where's about in Canada?
Ontario. I've never met them. We've been friends for like 12 years, and I've never met them in person, but we've been best friends for like 12 years.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, that's
Yep.
interesting. My best friend lives in Canada as well, but he lives in Montreal.
Oh, really? Okay.
Yeah, he's French. I've known him for like 10 years.
Those
Yeah.
Canadians, right?
No, but he's French actually. Yeah. So
Okay.
Yeah, he's French.
Got it.
Okay, let's play now. Tate and the Magic Box, and you can ask me a question, okay? Okay, Tate, you can ask me a question now.
All right.
Go.
My other question is, if you could remove one color from the earth, like no one can see that color ever again, what color would it be?
Again, another tough one. I think I'll go for orange.
That's a good.
Yes, I'll tell you why. I think orange. Actually, to be honest with you, when I wear orange, people go like, "Oh, we like you wearing orange because it goes well with your skin color." But for some reason, I don't find any kind of connection with orange at all. There's no meaning or there's no like reason, but I don't find any connection with orange. Sorry, the ones who loves orange color.
No, I get it. I get orange. I'm recently coming into my orange love. Like I love orange lately. But I would say mine would have to be probably like lime green. I've never been a big lime green person. I like a nice forest green, as you can tell.
Yeah.
But lime green just kind of rubs me the wrong way.
To be honest, I don't have any clothes as well. Like green color for me doesn't go well with. I like the green color, but not as like wearing green. For me, it doesn't work.
No clothes. No.
Hey, did you have a good time?
I had the best time. This has been so much fun, and getting to know you and also letting you get to know me is just amazing. And I think what you're doing is so empowering and fun, and it's an introduction to so many different people's lives, and I think it's just awesome. I love it.
Thank you so much. Thanks for taking the time to do this interview with me. And I'm thankful as well to Curtis, who introduced us for this interview. I think I'm just grateful to him. I'll send him a message saying how thankful I am to meet someone full of energy, someone so beautiful. You've got this beautiful face, you've got this beautiful personality. And I think that's what the world needs. Some beautiful people spreading beautiful things worldwide. I think we need more. That's for sure. That's for sure. But just before we go, I would like you to share a positive quote or positive message, something that inspires you.
Absolutely. This was a quote, and I'm gonna quote myself here real quick. One of my videos, it's probably my favorite thing I've ever said in any video ever, which is every second that you're not living your authentic self, you're living a lie. You're live your damn truth, is to quote myself. And that is my motto and my mantra, and I think that is the biggest one that I can give.
Thank you very much. Thanks for sharing that. It's beautiful. I love it. Thank you so much. It's been a pleasure. Thanks so much. I really enjoy. Thanks, Tate. Okay, enjoy your weekends, and you keep in touch.
Thank you. Yes, okay? Absolutely. You keep in touch. Let's keep in touch, and you enjoy your weekend as well.
Take care. Bye bye.
Right, bye bye.
So, did you like the show? Don't forget to give a like, to share it, and also don't forget to subscribe to the channel. And if you'd like to be part of the show as well, first subscribe to our channel, and after that just go to our website www.williamandthemagicbox.com and send us a request saying why would you like to be part of the show, and I see you there. Bye bye, see you next time.